Most men in their 30s are overweight. This is because of the small, gradual surplus of calories that has added up probably over the last decade. It's not our fault, but I believe I've cracked the code, at least for myself. I'm going to share all of it with you. I'm finally in the best shape of my life, and I honestly don't think I have the best genetics. Nobody else in my family has visible abs, as far as I'm aware, unless I have some distant fourth cousin somewhere. It's just taken me a long time to differentiate between valuable, accurate information and all the BS that's on the internet. That coupled with the fact that there's things out there that work, but I don't really think they're that sustainable. Oftentimes on social media, it can seem like everybody has a six-pack except you. First off, let me say, that's bullshit. On social media, you're actually seeing the exception, not the rule. Usually it's fitness influencers who have dedicated their entire lives to fitness, or people just posting when they happen to be at their prime. They actually say that you have a better chance of becoming a millionaire than you do of having a six-pack. Apparently, only 2% of Americans have visible abs, and 6% of Americans have made $1 million at some point in their life. I'm not a millionaire, not yet, at least at the time of making this video. Give me a couple years. All of this can make having visible abs seem daunting. Having accurate information that's backed by science will definitely increase the chances that you can make it happen. So this is my 5 secrets to finally getting abs in your 30s. Stick around for the last one because I guarantee you've never heard it before. It's super weird. Honestly, I credit it for my ability to stay lean all year round. It's even helped me with my binge eating problem that I used to have. Number 1, make walking a daily part of your life. Walking is honestly the only cardio that you'll ever need to stay lean. I walk all the time. Anytime I have a lot on my mind, I take a walk. Anytime I need to take a phone call, I take a walk. It's sustainable, it's enjoyable. You can listen to audiobooks, podcasts. If you can get some kind of step tracker, try and get 10,000 steps at least every single day. If you've never done this before, this alone can significantly contribute to you getting lean enough to where your abs are visible. Just make it a part of your daily life forever. There's countless benefits to walking anyway other than just getting lean. A bonus for walking is if it's summer and you take shirtless walks, you'll get tan really fast. People are always commenting on how tan I am, and all I do is walk. Just make sure that if the sun is at its high point, that you limit your walking to about 30 minutes to avoid any long-term sun damage. Number 2, intermittent fasting. I know that this has probably become a trend at this point, but it really is that useful. There's this old saying that I used to hear that abs are made in the kitchen, but really abs are made by staying out of the kitchen. But I get what it's saying. Essentially, it's dialing in your nutrition and your calories is the most important part. And that's true. I pretty much don't ever train abs. Now, you probably don't want to intermittent fast forever. I did it for several years, and then I kind of hit a wall with my weight loss. Once I got to a certain point of leanness, I actually broke the plateau of fat loss by quitting intermittent fasting and implementing low-calorie, high-volume meals. And for whatever reason, this broke my plateau and allowed me to get down to the leanness where abs were visible. Greg Doucette is the master of low-calorie, high-volume meals. He's got this crazy cookbook with French toast and pizza. I highly recommend it. The 3rd secret is track and weigh every single calorie that you put into your mouth for just 1 week. So hear me out on this. You'll often see bodybuilders or people who are training for a physique competition being neurotic about tracking their calories. You don't want to do this long term. I recommend doing it for 1 week. If you've never done this before, this will give you the most accurate snapshot of what you're actually consuming day to day. I've talked to people before where they're like, yeah, I'm doing 2,000 calories a day, but really it was like 3,000 calories a day because they were consuming half a bag of pistachios every single day, and that was like an extra 1,200 calories. Certain foods, while healthy, are very, very calorically dense, and you might not realize the amount of calories that you're actually putting into your body. Things like oils and condiments and foods that you might not even be thinking of. So if you're serious about leaning down more than your average individual is capable of doing, track everything that you consume for just 1 week. This will give you a deeper understanding of your calorie intake, and you also want to know and calculate your maintenance calories. There's tons of maintenance calorie calculators on the internet. Just Google that. If you want a quick snapshot, usually it's your body weight times 15. That's a rough estimate. And then you'll want to reduce the calories from there to be in a deficit to lose body fat. Usually a deficit of about 500 calories a day will allow you to lose 1 pound a week. Number 4, replace most or all of your sugar intake with artificial sweetener. I know there's a lot of conspiracies out there about artificial sweetener, how it's terrible for your health, it's going to cause cancer, but I guarantee you that going from fat to lean will will solve 99% more health issues than cutting out artificial sweetener ever will. Don't get caught up on the anti-artificial sweetener zealots. A lot of the studies that they're based on are from the 80s, and they were only done in rats. The doses that they were giving these rats would be like if you gave a human a whole bucket of aspartame. Of course you would have health issues. There's a bodybuilding scientist named Lane Norton, and he says the dose makes the poison. You would have to consume an insane amount of artificial sweetener in order for it to negatively affect your health. Dr. Lane Norton breaks down some of these studies. Google that if you're interested. My fifth and final secret, my weird secret, is carrots. I consume a lot of carrots. Let me explain. Carrots are one of my favorite low-calorie, high-volume snack. Whenever I would have trouble back in the day with binge eating, I'd be on these low-calorie diets and I would just break down, eat a whole bag of chips, then I'd be like 1,200 calories into a surplus. Now, if I grab a bag of baby carrots, I can maybe only get through a third of the bag. I feel satiated, I feel full. The sweetness of the carrots, almost in a weird way, satiates this sweet tooth that I have. I highly recommend getting to a habit of snacking on carrots, especially if you know, like at nighttime, that you tend to overeat. Put the fork down, grab a bag of carrots, and I'm telling you, just start snacking on those. And the volume of it, you can only eat so much. And even if you eat the whole bag, it's like 150 extra calories. Now, apparently carrots can make you a little bit orange over time if you consume a lot of them. I actually think that I have this a little bit, and honestly, I'm okay with it. I'd rather be a little bit orange than not be as lean as I'd like to be year-round. So that's my 5 secrets to finally getting abs in your 30s. Let me know in the comments if this has helped you, and feel free to share this with someone else who might find this valuable. Thanks for watching. Watch this video next, and I'll talk to you later.